the Grand Trunk Pacific were well over halfway to completing their coast-to-coast railway, laying over 4,800 kilometers of track from Moncton, New Brunswick to Prince Rupert, BC, with key stops along the way in Ottawa, Winnipeg, Jasper, and Prince Rupert. And Grand Trunk Pacific President Charles Melville Hayes, this guy was a dreamer, and he had a vision to construct 8 of the most luxurious railway hotels across the route at all of his major stops. From the Chateau Laurier in Ottawa, which completed in 1911, to the Fort Garry in Winnipeg opening in 1913, Regina was scheduled to be next, and construction on a state-of-the-art chateau-style hotel would commence. The hotel would be named the Chateau Qu'Appelle, named after the scenic Qu'Appelle Valley straddling the Manitoba-Saskatchewan border. Concrete pillars were laid, and steel skeletons began to rise. But when World War I broke out, construction came to a halt and would sit abandoned for more than 7 years until Grand Trunk Pacific's official bankruptcy in 1920. Now, by 1925, the steel girder skeleton of the Chateau Qu'Appelle had sat for well over a decade, and the Canadian Pacific saw an opportunity. They saw an opportunity to bridge a 24-hour gap between the Royal Alexandra Hotel in Winnipeg and the Palliser Hotel in Calgary. And a new hotel in Regina, it would be the perfect midway point on their cross-country journey. So June of 1926 would see them announce construction of a $1.5 million hotel in downtown Regina, and the abandoned Chateau Qu'Appelle would be stripped of her steel for the new CP Hotel. And although Canadian Pacific officials did consider building off the steel girders left by the Grand Trunk Pacific for their chateau, part of the beauty of building railway hotels in the early 20th century was having a giant pissing contest, and mine was bigger was the motto. So the idea of giving Charles Melville Hayes credit for the great location, they couldn't get past that. So they would opt to strip the materials and move the hotel to a more central location back in town. Now, over 1,000 men would work tirelessly around the clock to get it done, and 11 months later, on May 23rd of 1927, the Hotel Saskatchewan opened its doors, and named obviously for the province in which Regina's castle resides on.